Hello YouTube, it's your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we're looking at another DC Multiverse figure from McFarlane Toys. It is the Black Lantern Batman from Blackest Night and the Atrocitus Build-A-Figure. Wave. Yes, I always wanted the DC collectibles. I passed on it years ago because it didn't look like it moved much, and then I always regretted it. But then I got this guy and I got him half off. I got the whole wave half off, which is pretty excellent. Which means I am going to build Atrocitus. If you're wondering what that noise is, that's my kitty playing with her new Christmas toys. I'm recording this on Christmas Day, aka Shitmas, aka Clitmas. So here we are. But yeah, he's pretty cool. He does come with a couple little things. No real accessories on this guy, but he didn't really use much in the way of accessories. His appearance was very short, actually, because most of Blackest Night, you know, it's Black Hand carrying his skull around. So his appearance was very short. But he does come with a stand, like all the McFarlane figures do, with a little DC print on it. And he does come with the trading card. The trading cards are now back to comic art, which makes me very happy, because I hated the product images on them. You know, you get the read up there. You can pause and read that if you would like. There you go. Alrighty. And he also comes with both arms for Atrocitus, the Red Lantern, created by Jeff Jones. Very cool. So I'll pop those into him later. But yeah, now to Batman himself. Let's talk about articulation. We have a good bit of up on the head. You could get a good fly out of him. Down, side to side. You got a wobble. Up and down on the arms, forward and back. Some hindrance on the cape, but I do like the pointy shoulders. The kind of almost Grant Morrison-y pointy shoulders like in his JLA run. You know, you got all this movement in there. You know, you got the bicep swivel, double elbow bend, wrist swivel, as well as forward and back on said wrists. All kinds of movement in the torso, and similarly in the waist. Ta-da! In and out on the legs, forward, back, a tiny little bit of rotation there, but not much. You have a double knee bend. Come on. Up and down on his little feet, side to side, pivot, and toesies. So pretty good articulation-wise. He's got the kind of rubbery cover here so that his big old bat bussy doesn't hinder the articulation. His detail and paint are pretty excellent. Look at the raggedy cape. You know, I think that looks really good. As I said, I like the pointed shoulders. There's like scratches and stuff on his bat symbol, and they are intentionally sculpted in there. You can really tell. It's very cool. You know, these are a little rubbery. They're much more rubbery on the leg, it seems, and that keeps them from snapping if he falls off your shelf or something. He's got this kind of perpetually screaming head, but I feel like that's how he spent most of his time in the comic, was with his mouth open like that. See him vomiting up stuff. I think he's vomiting up the resurrection rings, the Black Lantern rings that go on the resurrected, like Superman, Wonder Woman, etc. You know? Pretty cool. And I think he's really good. I've been posing him around. He moves very well. Just a slight hindrance here. I just really like the detail and paint on him too. I like how the eyes aren't fully white. It's like white pupils and the rest is black. He's really a nice looking figure. I'm glad I could finally get a Black Lantern Batman. And he's in the scale with all my DC Direct figures too. Speaking of scale, let's do some size comparisons. Here he is with Black Lantern Firestorm, aka Deathstorm. They're from the same line and wave. So McFarlane DC Multiverse. Another DC Multiverse. Here he is with the Speed Metal Dr. Manhattan Wally West. Still scale pretty well together. How about the Speed Metal Jay Garrick? Very cool. And then how about the DC Collectibles DC Essentials Superman? He's a little taller than the Superman, which seemed a little odd, but it's really okay. He's just a little bit taller. Just a tiny, tiny bit, and it's mostly the ears. Now let's get into some Mattels. Here he is with the Burnside Batgirl. He's much too big for her, it seems. And that was from DC Unlimited. not Unlimited, Multiverse, whatever. And here he is with the DC Universe Classics Sinestro Corps Cyborg Superman, who he's also far too big for. But he scales well with his own line, and that's what matters at the end of the day. So, this is actually a very cool figure. I know they make a lot of Batman, but I've been advocating for more Lanterns, and Blackest Night's one of my favorite comic stories of all time. I really, really like it. They worked very hard on this figure. It's very clear that they put a lot of love into it. Whenever they make a figure of like an older character design, they always do better than their newer ones. I feel like they rush some of their newer character designs, so they really seemed like they took their time on this guy. And I do think he is better than the Deathstorm. I do, even though he comes with less accessories. But once again, this character didn't really super have many. He was very short-lived. He just has an excellent design. So it was really impactful. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. If you want to see me review, because I already reviewed this guy, and Kyle Rayner, and I reviewed the Deathstorm. Everyone you saw in size comparisons I've already done. I just have to review the Black Lantern Earth 2 Superman, and I have to review the Atrocitus, and then that's the whole wave. So that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to see those other reviews, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.